Hello and welcome to this breaking live show of Boomer 11. Usually we don't come this late until unless it's something which has happened drastically. And obviously, our ecosystem is totally run by IPL and we have to talk when it comes to some major news regarding IPL. If you know, we care about IPL, whatever you say IPL is this, that, and not. We care about IPL and IPL has given us so much of joy and we, you know, strongly follow IPL news in a very close range. So here is the news which we did reveal 4 months ago in Boomer Live. 4 months ago, you can go check it out on a video on WTC. Right before that, there was a reveal of Hardik Pandya here, right here. Now we confirm it. Hardik Pandya is set to join Mumbai Indians. Now you have heard it right. Hardik Pandya, IPL winning captain of Gujarat Titans, former Mumbai Indians player, is set to join Gujarat. Is set to join Mumbai Indians again from Gujarat Titans. Now that's a massive, massive news. Jaren, we spoke about it here, and how do you think this is like a dream come true, or is just like a something which nobody even expected happening?
Yeah, I mean it's surprising for sure because you expected Hardik Pandya has a legacy at Gujarat Titans, being a new franchise, helping them win their first ever title, and I mean Gujarat has built their brand around what Hardik Pandya has been for this team, and him and Ashish Nehra together have done really well in the first two seasons. The first season reaching the pinnacle, second season being the runners up to, of course, Chennai Super Kings, but it's going to be a big deal because it obviously means that Mumbai Indians are now. The question is obviously, the rumor has also been spreading around that Hardik Pandya is not going to, negotiate below captaincy. So what happens to Mumbai Indians legacy captain Rohit Sharma? And also you have to remember that the purse that Mumbai Indians spent most their
Yeah.
auction purse in the last auction. I think
Uh-huh.
they're set to get 5 crores extra for the new auction, but aside from that, that's not going to be enough to fund this trade for sure. And that obviously means, from what we're hearing, it's 15 crores is the trade that is going to be sent at, and which means, are we going to? Yeah,
Yes,
I
yes,
think
yes,
for today,
yes.
Sanju, we are ignoring it because that's such a big news. Unless otherwise, we usually don't ignore such facts. But yeah,
Yeah.
just considering the fact that they have to dish out 15 crores from their budget, which they don't have currently. Either it's going to be a big
Yeah, we'll
player,
come to that. We'll come to that later.
or
But
yeah,
to start off with, now the biggest news is that this. I have to give you a chronology of events as what has taken place right now. Right after the IPL 2022, which Hardik Pandya had won with Gujarat Titans, there were talks with Mumbai Indians to get him back. Now, this is where Mumbai Indians started realizing we just let go of possibly one of the biggest gems we had. Now, this is a very close information. We can't disclose how we've got the source, but it's a very close source which we have. Now, talking about the chronology of act, Mumbai Indians inquired to Hardik Pandya right after the win of IPL 2022 when he won Gujarat Titans. That was when the first text was sent out to Hardik Pandya saying Mumbai Indians question mark. And this is where the talk started. And from there on, there was certainly a long discussion between the two parties. And obviously, because the brand value was big and IPL 2023 had come very close, they couldn't make such a hasty decision to just let Hardik Pandya go as well. But right after 2023 IPL, there was a lot more talks in advance. And by June 2023, there was a green light given by Hardik Pandya that he is ready to come back to Mumbai Indians. And that's when we did confirm in Boomer Live 4 months ago that Hardik Pandya, not 4 months ago, it was 6 months ago, 5 months ago, that Hardik Pandya will be returning back to Mumbai Indians. And now looking back at the fact, there were a lot of talks between both the parties. Now the sale, now what we can understand is that it's going to be a 15 crore worth deal. Now
yeah.
Mumbai currently have a purse value of just 0.5 crores. Now, you have to realize that with 0.5 crores, you can't buy anybody. That's 50 lakhs of money right now, what they have. So they will have to empty the 15 crore, whatever they have, or 1.50. They have to possibly get more 1.5 crores. And that is, they'll have to not just let go of one player or maybe two players. Now, if they have to look at that particular range. Now, who are the players in value of more than 15 crores in Mumbai Indians? Starting out with their captain Rohit Sharma, Ishan Kishan. Obviously, big names are these. Cameron Green is very close. He's a 14, 15 crore player. So these are some big names who are there in that price range. Now, who are they going to let go? Now, number one to start off with, Jared. Now, there's a lot of speculations that Rohit Sharma should be traded off or not, but I don't think that's happening, isn't it?
I mean, but the question here, Abel, is Hardik Pandya going to accept anything less than captaincy? Because he is an IPL winning captain, a freshly minted IPL winning captain, took his team to the finals as well last year. So you have to say that his profile as a captain, not to forget his brand value, his profile as a captain is huge in IPL, and Mumbai Indians are going to gain a lot. Now the question is, it's going to be two of the titans of the game, or at least two of the titans in the Indian Premier League, vying for that captaincy spot. Now, who do you give the captaincy to? Do you give it to Rohit Sharma? And if you don't give it to Rohit Sharma, will Rohit Sharma want to stay? And if you don't give the captaincy to Hardik Pandya, will Hardik Pandya want to come and join and play just as a player? Because that is the biggest question here. So it's not just the fact that letting go of Rohit Sharma might be very convenient for Mumbai Indians, because I think Rohit Sharma has the brand value. I mean, has the auction price value for him to be the only player to be released and for Hardik to be inserted to make that trade. But then on the other hand, he has been a legacy captain for you. He is your only IPL winning captain. Remember that, guys. For the Mumbai Indians fans, he's a very dear figure. And Hardik Pandya has really not done himself good for the Mumbai Indians fan set. He's openly gone out and spoken against some of the things about Mumbai Indians as well. Now, question here is, the management has a big decision to make. So even if they don't release Rohit Sharma, able, the question is, will Rohit Sharma stay as a as a non-captain player, or will Hardik Pandya
Yep. So
agree
that
as a non-captain player?
obviously we'll get to that fact as well. I mean, that is gonna
Yeah.
hurt a lot of Mumbai Indians' feelings. But at this point, everything between Hardik Pandya and Gujarat Titans management isn't great. Now, owing to the fact, let's understand who the owners of these companies are. Like, obviously, when you know about the Chennai Super Kings, it's India Cements, Mumbai Indians, it's a Reliance Group, RCB, it is Diageo, and you have your United Breweries who come together as to own the RCB team. So these are the owners. Now, when you talk about Gujarat Titans, they're not owned by an Indian company. They're owned by a UK-based company, and they
Yeah.
definitely have branches of betting, which is not part of the Indian system. Obviously, it's legal in UK, but betting is not legal in India. Obviously, now when you're associated with a team and the brand value and a lot of these things, the chances of your with the past history of IPL teams involved in betting and whatnot, a lot of things can go wrong. Now, this is where the story starts for you. Now, this is a very interesting story for a lot of people to know. The story starts way back when the player gets to know that the team which owns him has hand in different activities which might not be accepted in the Indian shores or Indian legal arena, where you can get in trouble very quickly. Now, as the player has gotten to know this fact, he makes an approach to the management of not disclosing it, and which I think is also very naive from Hardik Pandya. He should have really known who his owners are before joining a particular franchise. But having said that, there's no issue or implications as of now. But obviously, this is where the tussle really began between the management and the player, and then it obviously transpired to his former team approaching him as well, which gave him a big eyeball of a reaction that he can be offered back. Now, obviously, you are an IPL winning captain. You are the deputy of the Indian national cricket team. You're supposedly the T20 international captain for the country as well. Now, as Jaren asked this question as well, would you want to come back to Mumbai Indians as just a player, or would you want to remain a captain of an IPL team where you are the headline? Now, this is where the questions are big, right? Now, for me, I personally think Hardik Pandya would be fine coming back as a player to Mumbai Indians, which a lot of people might think, why, how? But Hardik Pandya at this point will be fine, and Hardik Pandya will be the successor or the closest deputy to the current captain if the current captain remains. That is Rohit Sharma if he remains. Now, there are two decisions to be made about the next day or two. Gujarat Titans do not want a trade. That is very clear. Gujarat Titans only wants cash in hand. That is 15 crore, nothing else. No player. So there is no trade happening between Gujarat Titans and Mumbai Indians at this point. It's just a one-way traffic. Secondly, to talk about which, who do they release for that trade? Now, this is where things get very interesting, Jared.
It does. It really does. Because, I mean, you just spoke about how Hardik Pandya could just be a close deputy, but I mean, we knew even before, when Hardik was released or when Hardik was put into the auction by Mumbai Indians and then subsequently brought by Gujarat Titans, this was the offer that was made to him that you will be the future captain of Mumbai Indians. We'll put you in the leadership group along with Rohit Sharma and you will become the captain as soon as he retires. But Hardik did not want that then. I don't know if he'll want it now, especially now that he's really proven his mettle as a captain. But having
Yeah,
said that, if we avoid this whole conversation, I think the closest player that comes to being traded is going to be Ishan Kishan, and that's because he's really had a few, what do you say, mediocre, if not bad, IPLs in the while. He's not contributed to Mumbai Indians. You also have to realize they've got players like Cam Green, Tim David, Tristan Stubbs, who all can take a spot and maybe be
yeah,
more aggressive early on. Not to forget, you've got Nehal Vadera, you've got Tilak Verma. All these lads can fill those gaps. And
yeah.
there have also been issues on when it comes to where does Ishan Kishan fit in this Mumbai Indians batting lineup. Does he open the batting? Does he come in number three? I have a feeling, Abel, that Ishan Kishan might be a very good player to, trade, or
No, there's
at
no
least
trade
release.
happening.
Not trade. There's no
It's
trade
all
as you
cash
rightly
free.
mentioned.
There'll be
And I
Ishan
think
Kishan will
Gujarat
be
will not go for Ishan Kishan as well. I mean, they don't need an Ishan
now.
Kishan considering
There's
their
two
squad.
possibilities here. Now
Yeah,
you don't want to let go of your face, right? Rohit Sharma is the face of Mumbai Indians. Come what
absolutely.
may at this point, and you can't let go of the face of cricket. It's like RCB letting go of Virat or Chennai letting go of Dhoni. They can't make that deal right now. But they can definitely let go of a youngster who has been very overpriced with the team. That is to release couple of them. Maybe you can release a Cam Green, you can release a Jofra Archer, and have a good purse of 20 odd crores, which you can definitely use for two players. For a Hardik Pandya, which is a Cam Green's direct replacement, and
Yeah.
then a bowler who you can definitely get at a lower price in the auction, which I think which will be very smart for Mumbai Indians. Now, this is what they're gonna do, most likely or not. Cameron Green, who was supposed to come into the team and to really make an impact, might have to go back because he's definitely going to be replaced by an Indian all rounder, Indian fast bowling all rounder, who's
Yeah.
also your future captain. So that is a massive thing, isn't it? 14.5 crores is what Cameron Green is in right now. What is Cameron Green's auction price right now? Cameron Green's
I
auction
have to
price.
just,
Uh,
but I think
yeah.
he
So
was
either
one of
way,
the most expensive. So yeah.
yeah. So either way,
Um,
uh, if you
Yeah,
guys know, it's for 17.5 crores.
17.5 crore. So
So
that
obviously,
really puts them at ease, and I think, or it also opens up a foreign slot, as you rightly mentioned, where you can get a bowler for a little cheaper. And Hardik Pandya is the direct replacement, but then Asian Kishan also could be on his way out. I mean,
I
you never
still
know; it
think
could
they
be
won't
either of
take
them
that chance with Ishan Kishan because he's an
because he's
Indian
also
keeper
a face
batter.
of their
Yeah,
trio.
yeah.
That
You don't want to release an Indian
yeah,
player at this point to make a mistake because there is a
true.
lot of teams who can buy you. The Gujarat
Yeah,
team in itself can buy him, like for real. They can buy him, but Shubman Gill could be the next captain or Kane Williamson. That's not yet confirmed. So
yeah.
obviously, today onwards, it's very clear that Gujarat Titans have removed Hardik Pandya from the posters everywhere. It's
Hmm.
Kane Williamson who's been put up in most of the posters from today.
Yeah,
So that was indications already. But nonetheless, but either way, let's be very clear with it. It's a massive, massive move. It's massive for Gujarat Titans because they were looking very good in two seasons. I don't know how they're going to come down after this. Or it could be even be a Rashid Khan because Rashid Khan was the captain of this team whenever Hardik Pandya was not captaining. But obviously,
yeah,
you're looking at a brand value as such. So Shubman Gill is very close as well to taking up the range. If Shubman is a captain of this team, you know if Ishan is in the market, they'd go all out for Ishan. I mean, he's a good keeper batter. They wanted an opener. Saha is on what wrong side of 30s right now.
yeah.
Kona Bharat hasn't really been used by this team a lot. So you'd want to pick up a player like Ishan Kishan. So they did not make that mistake of letting go of Ishan Kishan, but they'd rather release 17.5 for Hardik's replacement, who they bought in Cam Green.
Absolutely. I think Cam Green is, for me, is well the smartest choice here because I was a bit skeptical about Cam Green. If you remember, I mean, during our auction preview as well, I said this that you've got Ishan Kishan in your with you already. You've got a batter who's going to open, and Cam Green hasn't been really successful down the order. And he is a direct replacement, as you rightly mentioned, opens a foreign slot for you as well. You've got the likes of Brewis and Tristan Stubbs waiting in the wings to make make good of the opportunity that they really have. They have been, I think, they're better finishers in the T20 game than a Cam Green, to be very frank.
Yeah.
That just puts them at ease as well. That middle order suddenly looks really good. With Hardik Pandya, maybe Tristan Stubbs or Devil Brewers, Surya Kumar Yadav, Tilak Verma, that middle order really starts looking dangerous. So I
Yeah.
think that is the way to go. Of course, they still have to sort their leadership, the leadership issue that will come up. Will Hardik Pandya be ready to? And I mean, a little bit of convincing, maybe he just might, because we probably have 4 years left for Rohit Sharma as well, out of which probably 2 years or 1 year probably he might be removed from captaincy. And I won't be surprised even if he is removed from captaincy, because Mumbai Indians have removed bigger names from captaincy before. And when I say that, I mean about Sachin Tendulkar,
I
their
also think,
marquee player.
I also think at this
Yeah,
point, even if Hardik is appointed captain this year, don't be surprised if Hardik is removed. Hardik is appointed as straight captain
yeah,
of Mumbai Indians, because
yeah,
there'll also be indicative of Hardik will be leading the Indian national team in the T20 World Cup without any
yeah,
question. So that's also going to be the key. Hardik might be a close call for the T20 captaincy, official T20 captaincy for the World Cup. And Rohit, if he's playing, he might have to play under him even in the T20 World Cup. So this will be in consideration with a lot of factors which we have to understand. BCCI factors. Having said that, there is a massive offer for the current Indian coach Rahul Dravid from the Lucknow Super Giants as well to be to taking up the Gautam Gambhir's position there. It's massive. So from what I can understand is that Rahul Dravid will not be continuing with the Indian national cricket team.
yeah,
He
yeah,
will be going to take up that mentor role for Lucknow Super Giants. And the current coach, which is VVS Lakshman, and his group of men will be India's coaching staff for the new season. So this is
yeah.
massive news for you all. Obviously, at 12:30 at night, we are sitting here and breaking one of the biggest news in Indian cricket history recent past. So yeah, it's been that kind of a week. But yeah, tell me, Jared, what do you guys what do you think personally about Rohit Sharma being removed as captain of Mumbai Indians, if at all, if they have to make the decision?
And that's a huge decision. But that's the thing about this team, right? This team has taken such decisions before. I mean, Sachin Tendulkar being removed from captaincy, Ricky Ponting being removed from captaincy for the likes of Rohit Sharma, where no one expected that decision. I think this one will not be as wild as that one, or as unexpected as that one, So if there's one team that has taken such bold decisions for its future, it's been Mumbai Indians. And I
Yeah,
won't be surprised. I really won't be surprised if that happens, because Rohit has not really had a good few IPLs in the past not as a captain, but especially as a player. As a captain, if you ask me, I won't blame him. He's not at the team. We've
yeah,
always spoken that in the auction they've not really done well. So this could be a big move as well in the upcoming auction.
yeah,
Considering
absolutely.
the fact that considering the fact that if they release a Cameron Green or release a bunch of players, they might release them in a way that Hardik Pandya gets his say in the players list. Because regardless of if he starts off as a captain or not, I'm sure he'll have a say in the players he gets this auction.
Absolutely, I agree with you. I think Hardik Pandya, the captain of Mumbai Indians, looks like something which was destined to happen, but it did not happen. But now that he is in possibly a leveraged position to let it happen, he'd want it more than anything else. Now, Hardik
Yeah.
Pandya is the one who's going to negotiate it. Now, I think that is part of the deal as well, which you'll see obviously before 9th of December, which is the auction date, I believe. You'd see
Hmm.
a lot of things over the next 2 weeks, but first and foremost, 26th is the last day of
Yeah.
confirming the trade. So you know who's getting released by Mumbai Indians. I can assure you it is not the player you guys think. It is not Rohit Sharma, but it's definitely someone with a bigger price budget, because there was definitely a lot of talks on Rohit Sharma, but it can affect the brand very. Ultimately, it's a brand we are talking about more than
Yeah.
anything else. Mumbai
I
Indians
mean,
is a
as a
brand.
Mumbai Indians fan, it will hurt a lot of them.
Yeah,
You
and
can't
he's a local
see
boy.
Sharma
A
and
story
Bala.
is there. You can't let go of a five-time IPL winning captain overnight
Absolutely.
for nothing, for no reason. And he's a player in one of the best forms right now. Obviously,
Yeah.
the IPL form is different, but you can't let go of it. But obviously, you are looking at transition from a franchise perspective. This is very cutthroat sport thing to do. That if you're a top
Hmm.
company, you would let go of your CEO at some stage to replace him with a younger one with better decision. And it's a very Reliance-like thing they have done. I mean, Reliance always does it, and it's a very high-profile deal which they do, and they've done it to bring possibly one of the biggest decisions they had to make in IMG over the last few years. I mean, that is to get back to change the brand, right? You have Hardik, Rohit, Bumrah, Surya, Ishan. That's your brand. That's your five core players. Now, Imagine by chance Lucknow releases a Krunal, Mumbai pounds it. You're built back what you lost. Now that's
Yeah.
what you can definitely get, and that's a dream, right? I mean, how would Mumbai want to build back their core?
Yeah, I think a lot of the players that Mumbai have released. I mean, I think the Krunal thing, for instance, is a very good possibility. And I mean, he hasn't really, lit up the stage when.
So we just lost Jaren there, but either way, as Jaren joins back as well, one of the biggest things which we wanted to talk about always was how can Mumbai rebuild right now? That was the biggest question, whether Mumbai can rebuild and reach what they've really lost. 5 IPL titles in 7 years, massive, right? This is what you talk about. Like when you win 5 IPL titles and when you do a lot of good things, you want to get back that team. Now you can't get the entirety of the team, but you can at least get the core of the team. And I think Hardik coming back, that also forms a massive core with Ishan, Surya, Rohit, Bumrah, Hardik. And if they can get one more overseas quick and one more all-rounder, Indian all-rounder, which I think they will possibly look at developing a Tilak or a Nehal Madera in future to really form that particular slot of Krunal. I think then this team is sorted, to be very honest.
Yeah, I mean, I was just going talking about Krunal Pandya, for instance. I still think Krunal might just stay there. I know he's not done that extremely well, but KL Rahul has got a good relation with the Pandya brothers. So I don't know if he'll let go of Krunal as easily. And he's done good for them in patches. It's just about him coming good as well, and they used him in very important positions as
Yeah,
well. Um, it's also going to be interesting to see how KL performs this. I mean, just considering how the team goes about, um, a lot of these things are going to come up. A lot of changes are going to come up, and it's going to be interesting how Mumbai goes ahead in the auction as well. Because consider the fact that they have roped in, or a very good chance they're roping. I mean, it's not confirmed yet, but from what we're hearing, it's very close, and only something that comes in the way, an obstacle or a barrier that comes in the way, will disrupt
yeah.
this trade. Otherwise, it's
Yeah, the
almost written.
obstacle as of now is Mumbai releasing the player.
Yeah,
So that is the only obstacle right now because
yeah,
Mumbai can't trade in a player without empty cash right now. Right now, if you look at transfer windows, you have a budget which you have. You cannot succeed. You'd have to sell someone or release someone to get that budget allocated. So they have a 17.5 crore Cap Green, 16 crore Ishan Kishan, 15 crore Rohit Sharma. So they have to make a definite call from these players. So this is who they can have, and this is who they can make a particular decision upon. So I'm pretty sure they're not letting go of Bumrah right now. That's stupid as
Bumrah is,
it
I
is.
think, the last person whom they let go of.
Bumrah and Surya Kumar Yadav are inevitable and they're part of this team.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they're not going anywhere. So the
And
only
level,
player,
I mean, if they are released, that can turn out to be the worst transfer decision of the decade. I think the last decade, the worst transfer decision was RCB letting go of KL Rahul,
I don't think
and
so.
oh, come on, acceptable, and keeping Sarfaraz Khan. That's
RCB
fine.
letting go of Yuzvendra Chahal was the biggest decision for me.
No,
Not
I think it's not as bad as it. I
no,
mean,
no, no,
if
definitely
you
not.
have to look between, compare the performances of Sarfaraz Khan and KL Rahul after they are let go, and compare the performance of Vanidhu Hasaranga and Yuzvendra Chahal, a bigger
Yeah,
gap
I
is
agree.
between
I
Sarfaraz and KL.
makes sense, makes sense. But either
But then
way,
just talking about it, if Suryakumar or Bumrah let go, it will be the worst decision of this decade in an
I
IPL
can
history.
that's one thing. I can confirm it's not Surya or Bumrah.
That's for sure.
It's got to be between three players or two
Yeah.
players will definitely go. One is Jofra Archer, who has been extremely dicey in the situation. I know
Not to forget,
Mumbai
he's
have
also 8
taken the
crores.
utmost care for this guy, but
Yeah.
he's not recovering. You can't wait for 3 seasons without a player, expecting that he'd come now, he'd never come. What if he's not going to play this season? That's 3 seasons we're talking about for 8 crores of
8
voidness.
crores. Yeah.
Now that's a lot of money. And now even if we get back this player, is he worth the 8 crores we spent on? Definitely a question mark again. So you can get better players at that reach, and I think Mumbai Indians would be very much keen to get a player for that 8 crores in a better way, a better baller. Obviously, Gerald
Yeah.
Coyne is a big name going around now. Now that's a player who
Hmm.
they can absolutely rope in with Bumrah and hope that they perform
And he
together.
also fits in with the kind of profile of players, of power
Yeah,
bowlers Mumbai
need
Indian
to
likes. Mumbai
create
Indians
in
like.
the Wankhede pitch. So
Yeah.
that's what we're talking about. And he has done great in the Wankhede pitch in the World Cup. So he'd be up there. And that's where they want two players right now. One is definitely Hardik Pandya. The move is almost very close. So it's in the final stages. Hardik Pandya coming to Mumbai Indians. Secondly, the big call or the big news, what we're going to get, what we're getting is that they're going to be releasing one big player as there's no trade happening. So one big player, whoever it is going to be, is Cam Green, Ishan Kishan, or Rohit Sharma. So they'll have to make the big choice. If it is Rohit Sharma by chance, which I can confirm it is not, even if it is Rohit Sharma, it's going to be historic for IPL to have a Rohit Sharma in the auction, isn't it?
Yeah. And I think considering his World Cup exploits, teams are going to invest in him. And you have to realize when it comes to IPL, it's not always about just his performances, just his recent form. It's also about what that player can add in terms of social media, brand value and stuff like that. And Rohit Sharma is still a titan of the game. And the kind of World Cup he's had, all the fans are behind him. So any team who gets him in their team, it will be a big deal. And I think you'd also have to say that a player with good captaincy record is always going to sell
I
like
can
hotcakes.
also confirm that Rohit will not be captaining Mumbai Indians in 2024 IPL. Write it down right here. Rohit will not be the captain of the Mumbai Indians franchise in 2024 IPL. Now you can make what you want, and we are also very close of a big decision coming out as we are doing in this live as well. I think we should do another live for that particular one. It's a big decision coming out of Mumbai Indians camp. It's historic for a lot of people, but Hardik Pandya will most likely lead the Mumbai Indians team in the 2024 IPL. It's massive. It's massive. I mean, this is the IPL peak moment we are talking about. This never seen ever, and finally trade windows have activated, and it's beautiful to see that happen. We only heard this in football, but
Yeah,
Jared, this will be historic, right? The biggest trades of all time.
absolutely. I mean, I'll be very frank though. I don't know how many of you will agree with me, but I sometimes feel like now that IPL is become a big tournament, maybe it's just time to step away from the mega auction thing and make this as your way to
This is so
let the
exciting.
teams and the market forces decide.
This is so exciting.
It
This is
is.
much more exciting than an auction. You're talking about
Yeah.
sleepless nights. You're talking about big decisions
No,
being
I
made.
think auction is fineable. It's okay to have auctions, but the team should have the control on whom they release and whom they don't. I think mega auctions just unfair to the teams. That's all I'll say. And I think this is still keeping that excitement up. So you don't need an auction to really increase that. I mean, right now I'm sure IPL is amongst the highest when it comes to SEOs and other metrics that you look at. So I think this is enough, and I don't think a mega auction, because see right now, maybe this transfer also kind of shows that you're trying to protect, or you're trying to get a player in whom you can save during the mega auctions as well. So I think mega auctions is not needed anymore now that the transfer window thing is
But
really heating up.
we've debated this time and time again, right? I
We
think
have, we
we've
have.
had K. Srinivas Rao also come and talk about why we should have a academy like system, promotion, and a lot of those kind of things. And I think IPL is
Exactly.
only going to grow in that way. I think we are going to
Yeah.
form football ecosystem slowly but surely, and this is going to be historic because of this very reason. That this is going to be the reason why mega auction is going to go out the window. This is very reason. You can have a mini
Yeah.
auction, fair enough, but more than auctions, I think trade system is what's going to be elite in world of cricket now.
Yeah, I mean, see, I can still understand teams being a little skeptical about trades because you don't wanna, because you're basically trading within the league, right? It's not like football where you can trade inter leagues. This is just intra league. So you're basically selling the player to your competition, your direct competition. So I can still understand why teams might be skeptical about trades, but mega auction, I always feel undoes a lot of good work that teams do in a decade or in 5 6 years. And Mumbai
Yeah,
Indians is a very good example of that.
yeah. I think Mumbai Indians have suffered
And I think
the most
the
ever.
most, yeah, the most, yeah,
Absolutely. And you saw Chennai never suffered this much like Mumbai Indians. Chennai still got back who they wanted. And they won
yeah,
with that team. Let's be honest with that. I mean, they've really built and they've got back very quickly. I thought, anyways, they look at short term, but Mumbai Indians is a long term project, whatever they look at. So even Chennai has had success in their own
I
way in
think
short term.
once the mega auction is gone away, every team will look at long term and
A
stop looking at
long-term
the short.
project. So I think that's where things are going to get very exciting now the next 2 weeks as to this auction is going to be a mini auction, but worth a lot. So this is not a mini auction technically. This is a massive auction for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
And I think some players being there, there's some big names, right? Now, Cam Green in an auction is big in my opinion. I think he can give you a lot if you're a player. Rachin Ravindra in an auction is massive. Mitchell Stark in an auction is massive. So this is a big auction for a lot of reasons. And if your Indian captain Rohit Sharma is in an auction, that's massive. Let's make it clear. I mean, eyeballs will be on Rohit Sharma, the captain of Indian cricket team in an auction, and who would get hands on him. So there's a lot of things have to be discussed here. I mean, that's about it for us tonight. I mean, we'll definitely confirm you in tomorrow's live. Tomorrow we have football live, not a cricket live, and hopefully we'll be back
It's
day
been a
after.
while since we've done football, so
That's
yeah.
been football live. So that's why we decided to do a cricket live tonight. It's been late at night. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, but we are here talking about it primarily because of what this is big news, and we are almost the final stage of the move as Hardik Pandya will be creating history by the biggest trade ever in IPL history, and not just that, a
And he
comeback.
also becomes the third captain after Ajinkya Rahane, Ravi Ashwin to be traded if the trade goes through.
Yeah, absolutely. Third captain to be traded, and
Yeah.
Mumbai Indians is gonna get a new captain. Massive, massive, massive. Yeah, a lot of captains
Both
they've had
Mumbai
two.
and Gujarat, yeah. I
Mumbai and
mean,
Gujarat
is
are gonna
massive.
get new captains. So this is massive, and let's hope. Who knows? Even Chennai might get a new captain this year. So a lot of things to be talking about as we go ahead.
I mean, I won't be surprised if that happens. And
Yeah.
it should.
So
I just feel it's the right time for
we
Chennai
are
as well.
5 months away from IPL, but we are talking about IPL. That's IPL, right? That's what it
That's
brings.
IPL, correct.
That's IPL. That's where
Yeah.
we talk about it in such a big way. All right, guys. Have a good night and see you all very soon. Bye bye.
Bye bye.